I was going to review... You guys have to bear with me through this. I was going to review Venom first, and I was going to release my Venom review first. That was my original plan for tonight. In fact, I wasn't going to upload this tonight at all. I was going to do this on Saturday. I, about 20 minutes ago, got out of A Star is Born. And I am still on the emotional high that I got from that movie. Just the thought of everything that happened has got me almost in tears again because, oh my gosh, this movie, I cried. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with everyone. I cried in this movie, and I'm going to cry again. I feel it. I feel it coming. I feel the swelling up in my throat and the eyes starting to... A Star is Born is a remake of a remake. The original was in 1954, and the remake in, I believe it was, I forgot, it was 70-something, had Barbra Streisand. I did watch both of them prior to doing this review and seeing this movie. This one, though, this one just takes it to a whole nother level. I'm going to say, before I get anything else said about this movie, if you were to ask me which movie would you say go see this weekend, Venom or A Star is Born, I'm going to tell you go see A Star is Born. Not to say Venom is bad, and I will get into that in my review, but this movie, this movie, I am so impressed with this movie, and the funny thing is, I tried not to look at any reviews prior to seeing this. And tonight I'm going to go probably watch most of them. I tried not to... I didn't want to know too much about it. I saw a couple of the trailers, and in the last few weeks, this movie just... I don't know why, but something about this movie, I just wanted to see it so badly. So Star is Born is, like I said, a remake of a remake, and it stars, see, I can't even, oh my gosh, I am so emotional. It stars Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, and it also has freaking Andrew Dice Clay in this movie. It's got Sam Elliott in this movie, and a bunch of other names. The older guy who plays the counselor from freaking Orange is the New Black, he's in this movie. It's got a lot of people in this movie, and right off the bat, the acting in this movie is phenomenal across the board. I went to this movie, I went with my sisters, and my youngest sister, she told me, Lady Gaga in American Horror Story was not that good, but in this movie, she's like, she was impressed, and my sister is really hard to impress. I'm telling you, she is so hard to impress. Man. So right off the bat, you get this kick-ass opening with this really kick-ass song that was just like, it was like, the song's in my head. I cannot formulate words. This movie just had me like crying. JD just walked in. I cried in this movie. I cried in the movie.
Well, duh, you're a big baby.
No, you don't understand. So Bradley Cooper plays this musician, Jackson Maine, who you can tell from what you see, he's already a big star. He's already, established. And after a show, he comes across Allie, who's played by Gaga. and she's a struggling musician who's working at a job that she doesn't like, and they happen to run into each other. You knew what you were in for from that moment, and you see it in the trailer when Bradley Cooper's just looking at her from across the room. You believe that these two are falling for each other in this movie. You believe when he's looking at her that he has love for this woman, like instant love. And the build-up for them and how they're meeting and their interactions throughout the entire movie is so good. And believable. That's the biggest thing. It's so believable. And I didn't know it till the end of the movie that Bradley Cooper actually helped write and direct this movie. And I don't know, I honestly, off the top of my head, I don't know if Bradley Cooper has ever directed any other movies. But just the smallest shots, like the shot, the smallest shots, like the way, okay, there's a scene when he first meets Gaga and he goes backstage at the show that she was doing at the drag bar. And there's these little shots of how they're just looking at each other. Like the camera's angled a certain way, and he's going to make fun of me for crying. Oh well. So, at least I'm not going to cry now. So anyways, it just, this the little shots, you know, the way he'd touch her nose and the way that she would just look at him, or when she just looks, and even with how he was playing guitar at certain points, the way he'd place his fingers were all accurate, all looked right. And I'm not a you know, like a guitar player myself, but you know, I've watched enough videos to see how players, you know, good, and I know a few people who play guitar, and they both did really well. So the direction is awesome. The cinematography is awesome. The music in this movie, and I said it, oh my gosh, I still got the music in my head playing. The music in this movie was so good. I don't want to give up a lot of what happened in this movie. I can tell you this movie kept you on the edge of being emotionally torn throughout the movie. Either you were super happy and excited, or you were super sad. He's messing with me too. This is all stayed in the video. I don't even care. The last 20 minutes, though, are going to get you. And if you don't cry, you don't have a soul. My sister Larissa was sitting next to an old man who he cried. Like an old man wiping tears away. They even kept the lights dimmed down for a while afterwards. And you know, I was already kind of like a little worn out because I just finished seeing Venom, and then I went straight into this. Like I said, they had attention to detail. Bradley Cooper, man, he is A-list act in this. His character of Jackson, you go on such a roller coaster with Jackson in this movie. But you can tell he's a good-hearted dude deep down. And I alluded to it earlier. Lady Gaga leaps and bounds better than she ever was in American Horror Story. Maybe it's training, or maybe it was just the role wasn't right. I don't know. I didn't watch her, but like that first season she was on there, and I wasn't really a fan of that myself. But in this woman's going to get an Oscar, or at least a nomination. If nothing else. Me personally, someone else might disagree with me, but man, the acting. And her father and his group of friends, they're these drivers, and seeing them interact when they're watching her on YouTube for the first time. The old men in this movie were just hilarious. And it's Andrew Dice Clay. Dude's freaking... He put in an emotional scene in this movie. I mean, the way all the actors interacted with each other, the way... the chemistry, the way that you see Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. You don't see Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. You see Jackson and Allie. It is so realistic, so just raw. And it's not like one of those over-the-moon, too realistic, type of relationships that you see in a lot of movies, rom-coms or just dramas. No, this felt down to earth. You know, you could see the honeymoon period, and you could see when she takes an offer from a producer for something. You can see how it affects Jackson, and it just kind of spirals. I'm not going to give away the ending, and I'm not going to give away a lot. But again, the music in this movie is so good. In that, if nothing else, that music's going to stick with you. But the last 20 minutes to maybe a half hour, bring tissues. I'm not even kidding. Bring tissues. I'm probably going to go and download. Like, the music's in my head. I'm playing it. I know I keep repeating that, but it's just, it is just that good. It really, really is. If for me, knowing this is Bradley Cooper's directing, it is so good. And him helping with the script, it is a great script, great lines. I mean, the acting's great, the lighting, everything in this movie. This movie, come Oscar season, is going to, it's going to be so good. And I was, like I said, I was going to do Venom first, but I was on such the emotional high from this movie that I had to go straight into this one, because to me, this is the #1 movie. There was a big crowd in there. Everyone was into this movie. The music, you can see people tapping their feet. The music alone, oh my God, I got to find the album to this movie. I got to get to Walmart and I got to buy this album. I really do. I find it on iTunes. I'll buy it off of YouTube, whatever I have to. I really want this album. So there's that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much A Star Is Born. Without me going too much into it, without me giving away any of the plot details, but it's so good. It really, really is. And again, if you ask me which movie to go see this weekend, I'm telling you, go see A Star Is Born. And I'm not a Lady Gaga fan. I know I heard the things about Twitter fans of hers going and trying to get bad reviews to Venom just to get people to go in. No, this movie doesn't need that. This movie is that good, and it will get people. Just seeing the size of people from the Venom crowd, seeing it in this movie, it's gonna have legs, and it's gonna do well. I guess I'll have to wait until Monday and see the box office. So before I get emotional again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get off here. Like I said, A Star Is Born. My score, I'm giving this movie 9.5 out of 10. If I have one gripe about this movie, I think it was a little long. That was it. It felt like it ran a little long in its runtime. Maybe if you shave 10 minutes off of this movie, you've got almost a perfect time. That to me is it just felt a little long to me. You know, I thought one part was the end, and then it kept going. And oh my gosh, when it gets there though, oh my gosh, just be prepared to cry. Just be prepared to cry. That's all. So I'm Zach with the Yo Bro Gaming and Reviews channel, and holy fucking cow, this movie. God, this movie. I'm gonna go see it again. Honestly, I'm going to go see it again, this time without the constraints of... Like, I'm going to give you a demonstration of how into the movie I got and how messed up it got me. At the end, I wrote, Bradley Cooper is great, emotional, highlights, no freaking great acting, and Bradley Cooper directed, and I circled Sam Elliott, because even fucking Sam Elliott... You know, Mr. Not Emotional, Mr. Tells You Like It is emotional in this movie and cries in this movie. And, oh my gosh, I don't want to give it away, but after something happens, Bradley Cooper is playing his brother. Him and Sam Elliott are brothers. And he says something to Sam Elliott about, you know, something about stealing his voice, that it wasn't his dad he idolized, it was him. And no words are exchanged. Just Sam Elliott putting his car in reverse, and he's turning around, and it just the camera sits on his face as he's starting to back out. and just his eyes are turning red, and you can see his, like, he was really emotional, and he's starting to cry, but no words were spoken. And my God, this movie, it just gets you. It hits you in the feels, like, I don't even know. Like, I know I said this is the end of the video, but I could go on probably for another hour. The whole ride here, out of this freaking theater, was just, I need to decompress. I need to decompress somehow. Put on a wrestling something. I've got to decompress this movie. I'm getting teary-eyed again. So this is me getting ready to cry like a baby. From a movie, of all things, a movie. JD, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Big baby.
Yes, probably so. So I'm Zach. Thank you guys for watching this review. Tomorrow will be the Venom review, so look out for that. Nightmare on Elm Street is up. You guys can go look at that. It's part of the Halloween Countdown series. And let's see, it's Thursday. Yeah, it's still Thursday. So tomorrow, as I'm recording this, tomorrow will be the launch of the YoBro podcast network. So go ahead and guys check that out. The links and everything is in the description below. Thank you guys. Heaven, holy crap. Okay. I'm going to get off here. I'm just going to stop talking. Yo, bros, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Self-destruct sequence activated. 3, 2, 1.